Foresty Forest, he lives in a van. Foresty Forest.
Good afternoon. How's everybody doing? So it's time for the long-awaited return of the Crock-Pot. The original one, it passed away over a year ago, and I put it to rest somewhere in northern BC. I believe it's in a good spot. And now I've just tracked down his identical twin brother right here in Las Vegas. As much as I'd like to give this a test run tonight, I don't think I have enough time. And in order to do this correctly, I have to pair my cook with a hike. So that'll be tomorrow. And tonight, I just need to find somewhere to sleep and cook my dinner.
Head east, then turn right.
And away we go, stealth camping at a casino. I haven't slept in the city very much at all in this van. I'd say 99% of the time I'm out in the wilderness. It's just so much better and quieter and easier, especially while having a dog. I don't consider this van to be stealthy. It's got all the blacked out windows, a roof vent, and part of the chimney is sticking out of the roof. So I'm sure if somebody looked close enough, they could figure it out. There are some security guards patrolling around here, but I think I should be safe for the night. And it also kind of helps that there's lots of traffic noise and helicopters and airplanes going over to conceal the noise as I'm in here rubbing my meat. So I've got a pork loin, but this is for tomorrow in the slow cooker. I'm going to make pulled pork sandwiches out of this, but right now I got to do a rub on it. So I got cumin, smoked paprika, chili powder, garlic powder, salt, pepper, and mustard powder. I'm going to put this all in a bowl and mix it up. You can also add brown sugar into that, but unfortunately I don't have any in the house tonight, so I'll have to live without. Alright, so I also need to cook dinner for myself tonight because I am hungry and I need to be careful to try and keep it to a single serving because I feel like after I have that pulled pork cooked tomorrow, I'm going to have way too much food in here, more than I'll ever know what to deal with. So tonight I want to try to make a lazy man's tikka masala, and I got to start out by cooking some rice. Cooking rice has always been a struggle of mine. I'm not very good at it, so I end up buying these pre-made packages, so all I have to do is heat this up. And we've reached a new milestone on the channel. After over 4 years of living in a van, I finally have a plate, so that's something to get excited about. It turned out pretty good, not too difficult to make. The whole parking lot probably smells like curry. Not so great on the stealth factor. Rocco needs to go out for a pee before we go to bed. Having a dog while doing van life, it adds a lot of complexities to it, but also trying to be stealthy in the city while having a dog, I mean, it's a whole new layer on top of it all. She's been good, she's been quiet, with the windows all closed up, she can't see out, and she hasn't been barking at anything, but I also have to take a peek out there myself, make sure there's not a security guard patrolling around, then take her out and come back and call it a night.
Right onto Nevada 147 East Lake Mead Boulevard. Continue on East Lake Mead Boulevard for 10 miles.
Yeah, I got busted. I'm no Steve Wallace. I made the mistake of parking in that big empty lot and I drew all the attention right to myself. I parked there on purpose though because it looked really good on video to frame up the whole scene of the casino behind the van. But yeah, when you're trying to be stealthy, you should be in closer to the building and try to blend in with the other vehicles. They saw me when I took Rocco out for a walk, then they came over shortly after for a chat. And they're just like, yeah, it's dangerous here. There's a lot of crime. Cars get broken into, and it's not safe. It's best if you move somewhere else for the night. So I decided to come out here where I'm going to do this hike tomorrow at Boathouse Cove. It was an exhausting drive, and it's midnight. So I'm going to go to bed, and I'll see you tomorrow. Alright, let's get this crock-pot all fired up. That's the second time in my life that I've been caught trying to stealth camp. The other time was in the minivan. I was in Hamilton at a busy downtown Walmart, and it was the same deal. I parked way off to the side and just drew a lot of attention to myself. It was just so obvious that someone was in it trying to spend the night. So before this goes into the crock pot, I gotta sear it on the frying pan. The recipe that I'm following says not to add anything else into the pot, just cook it like that. But I feel like I should add some chicken broth. I haven't built up a trusting relationship with this crock pot yet, and also it's a crazy sibling that moved to Las Vegas. When I was carrying it, I could hear something shaking around inside it, so I'm not fully convinced it's alright. There must be some reason somebody dropped it off at the thrift store. My last one was having troubles with the power cord, I think. It was shorting out, and it was getting hot. So maybe for this first cook, I'll set up an extension cord so that it's sitting up on the roof, and if something does happen while I'm away, it should be safe. Oh, Rocco's ready to go on a big adventure. I sure do hope that crock pot is going to be okay for the day. I don't know what I'd think if I was just driving down a back road and suddenly I came upon a van with a crock pot on top of it. Never seen that before. I just picked a random mountain on the map called Pyramid Peak and cobbled together a route. So I got to paddle along the shore of Lake Mead. I didn't bring my life jacket. I don't think I'll need it. And yeah, try to find my way over there. I don't have any beta or any trip reports or anything, so I don't know if it's actually going to work. That's got to be Pyramid Peak right there. The name matches the appearance, so I don't know. It looks really steep. I'm not sure if I'll be able to find my way up that, but we will try. I got to paddle about 2.5 kilometers on Lake Mead over to this wash. It looks like a good access point to walk up to the mountain. I mean, I could probably just walk along the shoreline there. It'd be a lot of ups and downs and bushwhacking. I don't know, it just seems like more fun to float there. I'll try something different today. I'll let Rocco walk along the shoreline and I'll just paddle. So the south face of Pyramid Peak looks like a lot more than a scramble. I'm gonna head to the left of it, and maybe the north face is more accessible. Yeah, the closer I get to this mountain, just the more complicated it becomes. All these details are popping up. It feels like I'm actually getting further away from it. But how I wish I could fly a drone here. I mean, they can build the Hoover Dam and flood a gigantic portion of the desert and change all that landscape, but no, you cannot fly a drone here. Foresty Forest, expert outdoor navigator. That mountain I've been looking at and talking about all day long is not even Pyramid Peak. That thing, it doesn't even have a name. I just assumed it was the one because it's like the most striking looking feature out here, but apparently Pyramid Peak is another 600 meters this direction. Yay, Pyramid Peak. I was honestly more stoked to do that other one. I would try for it if I had more time. I think there's only about 2 or 3 hours left of daylight, so I should focus my efforts on getting back to the van. But yeah, nice area, nice panoramic here. I quite like it. So juicy. I've been searching the map to see if there's any multi-day adventures around here, but it's just like they've built roads absolutely everywhere, so most things are reachable within a day hiking distance. It's just like the weather is always so nice, so it'd be great to be out for longer periods of time. think in Utah there's some pretty far out places that'd be very difficult to reach within a day, but I've learned all the national parks are off limits since I have a dog. There's like one tiny little trail in Zion that I can do, and I can't go into the Grand Canyon whatsoever. I knew going into getting a dog there'd be limitations, but she's just such a joy to have and really entertaining to bring along on these hikes. I'd also like to go to South America at some point, but still trying to figure that out. I don't want to leave Rocco here behind for a couple months. I'm just almost afraid to leave her with somebody else because she's such a maniac. She's van trained, but I'm 100% sure she's not house trained. Once she gets into a big open area, she'll just assume that she's outside. And even in here, she just is out of control. I've been trying my best to train her not to jump up onto the kitchen counter, but she still does it. This creosote plant looked a lot healthier before she jumped up there and chewed on it. But I don't know what the quickest flight would be down to like Santiago, Chile. If I could like sedate her or something, if that's possible, and bring her as a carry-on. I just don't want to be separate from her for that period of time. So if anybody else has done a flight like that, let me know how it worked. But yeah, I think that's all for this episode. So thanks for watching, and thank you to Patreon supporters. I hope everyone's doing good, and I hope everyone has a good holiday season coming up, and I'll see you in the next episode.